Hey, Jacob and Robert, thank you for coming around and thank you for applying to Block Engine. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Who are the founders? Who is in the team?
Okay, hi Tessa. I'm the founder. I'm an accountant. Robert's my partner in the business. He's done a lot of businesses over the years. Our techs are experienced in basically building systems, building software, and they just have a lot of industry experience. And we have sort of this sort of how to put it, a bit of a split in our tech team. So one guy is very hands-on, the other one is really critical. He's done a lot of work, he's a bit older, so basically he would always question what we're trying to achieve. And as a team of four, we really lean on each other because we sort of come from different angles. So that's our team in a nutshell, yeah.
So how the entire story of AEM started? Where everything started?
Yeah, so I'm an accountant. I've worked for 8 years in the field. My journey started with bookkeeping, and going beyond that, I actually used to be an engineer. So I used to be a mechanical engineer before. I used to work in Europe. I worked with one of the major businesses that deals with power plants. I used to do a lot of processes there. I dropped that. I got into accounting. It's a bit of a long story, but I mean, as I got into accounting, it really appealed to me as this method of control, this method of basically having consistent records. And I sort of dove deeper and deeper over the years. So nowadays I provide work as a financial controller. Is to a level of financial management. So I really have a scope all the way through from the beginning to the end. So I really feel that's my strength in understanding everything that happens. And that's actually what I'm trying to do with the AEM, which is an accounting system based on the blockchain. So I'm trying to use that experience I've gained over the years. And what I used to do by hand, I feel like this technology can actually help us a lot in terms of speeding up a lot of settlement systems, using the distributed ledger. So there's lots of ideas there.
So let's deep a little bit in. So what particularly do you want to solve?
First thing for me is I'd like to see a lot more crypto being used by businesses. I'd like to see settlements done in cryptocurrencies. Like we're very familiar with it. For us, it's very natural to deal with crypto, use it as a settlement method. Is another form of currency. Like even if you look at what the ATO's done with legislation nowadays, they've actually defined it as a currency. And I feel like a lot of people in the blockchain center understand that, but a lot of people outside of this place, they don't know it. They don't know the benefits of it. So the first aim is really doing that. Secondly, we're making sure that we can use more of the blockchain technology itself. So the ledger. And then going further from that, there's ways of storing data, storing information. So it's that's getting a bit more technical. But these are really the sort of the detailed goals. But ultimately, is a process improvement. We're trying to really streamline. And really, the first idea that came to my head when I actually came up with AIM was, I wanted just to be able to press a button, create a settlement that's being reached by the other party. And immediately is not only a settlement, also all the records are consistent. You're actually eliminating a lot of steps. Like nowadays we have a lot of software out there that's getting, as much as they say it's great, it does everything for you, it's not really true. Like we're resolving quite often to even printing things, generating additional files to pass them on. You have multiple people repeating the same process. So I'm actually trying to create something maybe initially for smaller businesses, but it's definitely going big because I feel like we can eliminate the number of people that have to create repetitive records and basically performing the same tasks. So we focused on basically helping Australian businesses, but I really feel if this kicks off, there's nothing to say we can go international, because that whole idea of just pressing a button, sending something to the other end, also having the records updated and resolving a lot of other little things along the line could as well apply to an international settlement or transfer or sort of system.
Okay, so in which stage you are at the moment? What are your current challenges?
So we are at the stage of basically applying the concepts that we've defined. So we basically have all the functions noted, sort of drawn out. We have our tech team, so it took us a while to actually make sure we have the best people for the job. So we've got that covered, and now the stage that we currently at is basically using the blockchain that we've chosen and building the system on top of it. So it's the technical phase. Before it was the conceptual phase, and now it's a lot of work for the techs that basically they're gonna say it actually might be a bit of a critical phase, because they might be able to say, do we need to redefine any of the steps in the process along the line? Do we maybe have to do it in a different order? So yeah, it's sort of the hands-on part right now.
Okay. And why did you decide to join Incubator? What are your expectations?
Look, the reason we joined was because Robert brought me here. So he's been involved with Blockchain Center for
a while.
He basically never misses the meetings.
Yeah.
So he comes every Wednesday, and he's been telling me a lot about it. And when I came, I found out about the Block Engine program, which I didn't know about. And then as soon as I looked at it, I was like, okay, this actually applies to the idea I've been working on. So that's how it all started, and I just pulled it together in terms of, I had to quickly create a proposal that luckily got accepted, and here we are. Yeah.
Okay, great. It's great to hear. So I wish you good luck, and looking forward to see the final results in 10 weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.